for 1 point, and every single problem will give you 1 point on the line. They will give you an XY coordinate. They will automatically give you one. You need 1 point, and you need the slope. They don't always give you the slope. Sometimes they give you 2 points, so you have to go find the slope. But you need a point and the slope. Everybody say that. What do we need? A point and the slope. If you have 1 point and if you have the slope, you plug that into your slope formula, cross multiply, and write the equation. The equation will write itself for you. All you have to do is rearrange it to get y equals. So, we're going to write the equation of a line that passes through the point negative 2, 3. See, they gave me a point. They gave me a point. Negative 2, 3, and they gave me the slope. Okay? So we have x1 and y1, and we have m. Okay? In this example, they give us x1 and y1, and they give us m. So we're going to take that, we're going to plug it into our slope. We're going to plug m into our slope formula. We're not finding the slope, we have the slope. So you put the slope, whatever it is, equals. And then you plug in the 1 point that you have, leaving x2 and y2 alone. x2 and y2 are going to stay x and y. All you're going to do is plug in your point into your x1 and y1. All right? And then we just cross multiply. So, here's the problem. This is our x1, y1, and this is m. Right? See, this way you only have to remember one formula, slope formula. So, our slope formula is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. We know that already, correct? Yes. Okay. So now, what's m? 1/2. So we substitute that in for m. Equals, I told you, leave y2 and x2 alone. They're just going to stay x and y. There are variables in our equation that we're going to write. Okay? So, but we plug in x1 and y1, which is this right here. So, it's going to be y minus negative 3 over x minus 2. So let that sink in so you could see what I did. I plugged in y1 and x1. This is x1 and this is y1. So I plug this in. Leave y2 and x2 alone. Leave those just x and y. Okay? That's the hard part. The rest is easy. Okay? Let's simplify that minus. I don't like that minus negative. What does that have to change to? A plus. Very good. So this is 1/2 equals y plus 3 over x minus 2. Right? Right? Yes. Now all we do is step 2, which is cross multiply, and then we'll rearrange it to where it's in slope-intercept form. We'll rearrange it to get y by itself. Okay? Now, remember, if it's in a fraction form, they're like in a grouping symbol. Okay? Okay. Okay, so when I cross multiply, you're going to cross multiply, and then you just distribute and get y by itself. And then we'll have our equation. Who's lost? Okay. So, 1 times anything is just itself, right? Yeah. So that's just x minus 2. And then I multiply this, so I get 2y plus 6. All we have to do is get y by itself now. Okay, remember how we took things that were in standard form and we rearranged it to put it in slope-intercept form? Yes. That's all we're doing. We're getting y by itself. So, I need to get y by itself, so I need to get rid of this plus 6. How do I do that? Okay, so now I have x minus 8 equals 2y. I don't want equals 2y, I want just equals y. So I divide everything by 2, and then I'm done. Once I divide everything by 2, I'm done. Okay? So divided by 2, divided by 2, divided by 2. So this is 1/2 x minus 4 equals y, because these 2's cancel. That's it. That's slope-intercept form. That's the equation of the line. So you're going to plug in x, you're going to plug in y, you're going to plug in your slope, then you're going to cross-multiply and get y by itself. Now, if I'm looking at this line, what's the slope? 1/2. What's the y-intercept? Negative 4. The slope is 1/2. B is negative 4. So if I wanted to graph this line, I would put a dot on negative 4 on the y-axis. And then I would go up 1 and to the right 2. All right, so let's look at this one. I'll do it with you. It says, write an equation of a line that passes through the point 1, 4. They always give you a point. They don't always give you the slope, they always give you a point. But if they don't give you the slope, they have to give you a way to figure out what the slope is. Okay? But this one, they give you a point and they give you the slope. So it passes through this point, and it has a slope of negative 3. How do I write negative 3 as a fraction? Negative 3 over 1. So my point is 1, 4. I'm just going to write the information they gave me. My point is 1, 4, and m is negative 3 over 1. Right? They gave us that information. So 1 and 4, how do I label that? Good. X1 and Y1. Okay? So we have X1, we have Y1, and we have M. Let's write our slope formula and plug those in. Then we'll just cross multiply and get y by itself. So, M equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. What's M? So negative 3 over 1 equals. What do I do with y2 and x2?
Keep it there.
Just keep them x and y. Okay? You don't need the names anymore. So that's y minus something. What's that something? 4. Over x minus something. What's that something? 1. I don't have any minus negatives to clean up, so I can just go ahead and do my next step, which is cross multiply. I put parentheses around those because when you multiply negative 3 times this, you're distributing negative 3 times both of those things. You don't want to accidentally just multiply negative 3 times x. It has to be multiplied times that negative 1 also. So we cross multiply negative 3 times x minus 1 equals, then we multiply the other direction, 1 times y minus 4. These are the exact same steps that we did in the last problem. So now we're going to distribute on both sides and get y by itself. So we multiply both of these by negative 3 and both of those by 1. But you'll start to recognize that when you look right here and you say 1 times this, well, that's just itself. Okay? So negative 3x, what? Plus 3, because it's negative 3 times negative 1 equals y minus 4. This one's actually easier than the problem before. If we're going to get y by itself, what's the only thing I need to get rid of? Then I have to get rid of that negative 4 by adding 4 to both sides. So y equals negative 3x plus 7. So that's my equation. What's my slope? Negative 3. They gave us the slope. The slope's -3. What's my y-intercept? 7. It crosses the y-axis at, it crosses the y-axis at +7. So you put a dot on 7 on the y-axis, and then from there, you go down 3 into the right one. If you needed to graph it. So it goes through the point 5, -3, and has a slope of -2. Okay. So the point they gave us is x1 and y1, and this is m. M is -2. So our formula is m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Right. So m is -2, so it's -2 over 1 equals y minus something over x minus something. So it's y minus what? -3 over x minus what? 5. Okay, so you need to be careful. That's minus -3, which changes to +3. So it's -2 over 1 equals y plus 3 over x minus 5. Now we can cross multiply and solve. So it's -2 times x minus 5 equals 1 times y plus 3. Everybody good? Okay. What do we do next? Distribute. So what is that? Plus 10. Very good. That's -2 times -5, which is +10. Right? And then 1 times anything is just itself. So that's y plus 3. Last thing I need to do is what? Subtract 3 from both sides. So you get y equals -2x plus 7. So what's the slope? What's the y-intercept? 7. Very good. Any questions? Put those up. Okay, let's look at this example. We're still doing the same thing. We're still doing the same thing. What's the 2 things you need to write the equation? A point and the slope. Do we have a point? Yeah, we actually had 2 of them. When you write that equation, you could use either one of those points that you want. Okay? You can use either one. It doesn't matter. Both points are on the line, so it doesn't matter which one you use. But we need the slope. They don't give us the slope. What do we have to do?
Y equals the y2 plus y1.
We need to use a slope formula to find the slope. So for this one, they don't give us the slope. We have to go find it first. Once we find the slope, then we do what we did in the previous example. Then we use one of those points, the slope that we found, and we write the equation. Okay? So here, both of these points are on that line. It says write the equation of the line that passes through both of these points. Okay? So we need to find the slope. So this is x1, y1, x2, y2. So what we're missing is what the slope is. Okay? So m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So it's something minus something over something minus something. Y2 is -8. Y1 is? X2 is? X1 is? Okay. So, that's -8 plus 4 over negative 2 plus 3. Change those minus negatives to pluses. So m equals, what's negative 8 plus 4? And negative 2 plus 3 is 1. Okay? So the slope is negative 4 over 1. So that's what we need to write the equation. So to write the equation, we need, what's the two things we need? A point and a slope. So pick one of those points.
Negative 2, negative.
Doesn't matter. We'll use,
So, you write both of them.
it doesn't matter.
Negative 3, negative 4 comes less. You don't want to.
Okay, so Jordan has the right idea. When you look at these, if you're given more than 1 point, when you have to plug one of them in to write the equation, you want to look at them and figure out which one you think is easier. For example, if both of these were negative but both of these were positive, I'd choose the point that both were positive. You know what I'm saying? But since they're both sets of points, they're all negative, it doesn't really matter. So I'll just pick the first one. But like I said, you pick either one. Your equation will still look the same regardless of whichever point you pick. Okay? And so I'll just pick the first one. So it's the point negative 3, negative 4, and we know that m is negative 4 over 1. And now go and write that equation like we know how to do. No? Okay, let's look. Okay, so you should have m, which is negative 4 over 1, equals y minus something over x minus something. So it's y minus negative 4 over x minus negative 3. So that's negative 4 over 1 equals y plus 4 over x plus 3. Okay? So now we can cross multiply. So it's negative 4 times x plus 3 equals 1 times y plus 4. Okay, because we cross this way. So that's negative 4x minus 12 equals y plus 4. Now once we subtract 4 from both sides, you get y equals negative 4x minus 16. Any questions? All right, I have another one for you to try. Okay. Try that one. It's the same thing. Write the equation of the line that passes through both of those points. Two things you need. 1 point and the slope. Okay, we got to find the slope. x1, y1. x2, y2. So m equals y2 is 4. My y1 is negative 2. Over x2 is 3. x1 is 6. So that's 4 plus 2 over negative 3. So that's 6 over negative 3, which is negative 2 over 1. So, you could pick either point. I'm going to pick that one because they're both positive. Okay? So, m is negative 2 over 1 equals y minus something over x minus something. Y is 4 and x is 3. So, negative 2 over 1 equals y minus 4 over x minus 3. So now we cross multiply. Negative 2 times x minus 3 equals y minus 4, because that's just multiplied times 1. Okay, so distribute the negative 2, so negative 2x plus 6 equals y minus 4. Then all we have left to do is add 4 to both sides. So negative 2x plus 10 equals y.